Hi, Dick Betts, in another edition of This Week in the Villages. I left the confines of home after doing all these different series on ERs and gathering places and everything. And I'm down here in between the sixes, that's close enough, to interview somebody who I just met today for the first time, but I've been talking to other people and they kind of put us together. This is Christy Sullivan, and she is the president of My Special Place. And they have a big undertaking that I have offered to help them with the different platforms to get some information out about it. But there is what really attracted me in the beginning was the next event, which is on March 12th.
Yes.
At what time?
5 p.m. is the actual parade start time.
And I am going to let Christy explain it to you, and I think it's something you really want to attend. So Christy, tell us about the parade.
Well, this parade is sponsored and organized by Vicki Pullman, who's in the club called Born in the 60s Club. And they do an inflatable parade every year, and then they choose a charity to donate the proceeds to. Well, this year they did one for us in January, and we were chosen as the benefactor of the proceeds. And it was for My Special Place. And it was up at Lake Sumter, and the participants wear inflatable costumes that blow up. And it was such a joyful, unique event. And we had a good crowd, but I'll tell you, when people saw the photos in the newspaper after the fact, they said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. I would have loved to have come to that if I would have known about it." So the parade, it starts at 5 p.m., but if anyone wants to participate, they can with the costume. We get them on Amazon. And if we start organizing and inflating the costumes at 4:15 p.m., participants are asked to make a $10 donation, but those that are special needs get to participate for free. We had a great crowd. We had about 100 participate in the actual parade, so many unique costumes. It's a lot of fun. And as they're walking around, they do accept donations in buckets as well. So it's a fun event. And again, it's March 12th at Lake Sumter.
A couple of years ago, I was down there. I didn't know what was happening. And all of a sudden, I see all these people walking around with inflatables. And I thought, what is this? So we want to get the word out because we want to support this very special organization. Tell us about My Special Place.
Yes.
What do you do and how are you helping the community?
Yes. My Special Place was actually founded in 2018, and it was a grassroots effort by parents who have special needs adult children. And they were looking for an opportunity for housing in the villages. In a community currently of 165,000, we have absolutely no dedicated housing for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities or special needs. And that was their mission, was to establish housing for them. And they had worked on this for 5 years. They had several initiatives that were proposed. And unfortunately, it was during COVID that things just came to a standstill. And a project was actually being developed. But unfortunately, after COVID, as you recall, construction costs went astronomically crazy, and the cost of the project almost doubled. And the developer said, "We can't afford this, and you can't afford this," and they abandoned the project. And it was after 3 proposed attempts at projects that the board just became dormant, and they were going to disband. But it was last year, April of 2025, that I started raising a question about what's the status of My Special Place. And so I initiated some individuals to get involved, recruited some new board members, recruited a few previous board members. We started immediately working on it, and we targeted 2 buildings that we knew were available that the previous board had looked at. And these buildings are over across the street from the Spanish Plains Hospital. They were previously owned by Freedom Point. They were specifically designed for residential housing for seniors. One was an assisted living facility. The small building was a memory care facility. And these buildings have sat empty for over 3 years. And so we've been pursuing those buildings ever since April. And our board meets every week. We're working very hard and diligently at the acquisition of those.
I just wanted to jump in here in the middle of the interview to show you some pictures Christy shared with me to give you an idea how much fun you can have at this parade. This is their banner, and they took it, as you can see, right at the lake at Lake Sumter. Here are some ladies that decided on a certain outfit. I thought this was cute, people riding stuff. A few more pictures, kind of give you an idea of what people come dressed as. A couple more, some of these outfits, I saw a video, it was hilarious. This picture, I want you to look to the left, and you'll see a guy, actually it's a mailman, with a dog biting his butt. And I saw that on the video, and I thought it was really cute. So again, March 12th at 5 o'clock and 4:15 if you go out here and buy an outfit. So we're going to do a two-part, because I told Christy and I told a couple members of her board that I really want to promote this as best I can. So we're going to do, this one's coming out on Thursday, you'll see it, and then we'll do another one Tuesday, because I really want to get into the building and how you see that coming online, and also how much money, don't say it now, but how much this organization wants to contribute toward making that a reality.
Yes.
And I'm sitting here talking to her earlier, and I'm like, wow. Anyway, let's talk about the parade one more time.
Sure.
They should come.
Yes, absolutely. It's such a fun event, and I had never participated, nor had I ever seen this parade before. So I was thrilled to even participate in it. And to see, so many of our special needs community come out in costumes, it was awesome. So it's March 12th. The parade starts at 5 p.m. It will go around the Lake Sumter Square, but it starts at Barnes & Noble. If anyone wants to participate, they're open to join us and welcome to. Again, we just ask for a $10 donation, and we start inflating the costumes at 4:15 p.m. in the parking lot of Barnes & Noble, and then we take off at 5 p.m. And we did like a 2-round circle around Lake Sumter Square, so that was fun.
All right. I think that some of you need to go to Amazon. You got time today.
Yes.
Today's only the 3rd.
Yeah.
So you got time to go on Amazon. Michelle. Yeah, she's with me today. We should order a couple costumes and participate.
And you
What
get
do
them in
think?
2 days. It's quick.
Yeah, she's shaking her head. I'll catch trouble for that later. Yeah. Anyway, come back on Tuesday. Yeah, see, this is going out Thursday. Come back on Tuesday, and we're going to talk more about the building and how you can help. And maybe you know somebody who is in this situation. And when I first heard about it, I said, I got to get involved. So until next time, see ya.